And they're curious. They're coming up to the glass.
Okay. Right.
예뻐.
Huge people. Just only one? Oh, poor lonely
Hey,
people.
go get up.
예뻐.
51? How do they injure here?
Well, he's not a native.
Yeah, it's not Africa or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a lot in Africa. Terrible.
오! 오호호호.
哦，但是头出来了。
Maybe there's snacks under there.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Oh, I see they push the. Oh, they push the platform up a little bit.
呀，他们这个 platform 被他们
Oh, come on. He's coming.
They all going there.
Oh my God, 这真是大。
他们会爬上去哈。你看这个 baby 在上面，一个 baby 哦，that's cute 吗？哦，is that？
他们跟 elephants 同样的祖先。
对对。
Many many years
海
ago.
象嘛，
50 million.
像海象。
Yeah, yeah. 50 million years ago.
5000年。
5000年以前。
1000万年。
Okay.
Hey, it's time.
海象。
Time for what?
We just finished this.
Smells good.
Yeah, it smells still fresh lumber.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we're looking for the cracks yet.
Did you do it?
You gotta be kidding me! Is it straight? If I did it, the boards would run every which direction. Which end of the hammer do you hold? I don't even know that. Okay. Engineer, I don't know how to build things. I know how to design things. Okay, my name is Skip. Welcome to the park. We're going to talk about the manatees. A couple of quick things before we get going. First of all, it's non-smoking, okay? Let's see, what else? The next program will be at the Hickory Alligator Bridge, about 5-minute walk in that direction at 12:30. And I think today is not a warm day, so I don't have to remind you about hyper, heat and stuff like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we got some little action going on there. Okay, manatee. I need to set a stage a little bit before we, talk. First stage is about 2 years ago. We had an exceptionally cold winter here in Florida, and we lost quite a few manatee to cold. Manatee cannot live in water that's much below about 66, 67 degrees Fahrenheit. This water in the spring is 72, 73 year-round, so it's very comfortable. The spring water, Central Florida, it's all 72, 73. So what we did here at the park is we built that chain link enclosure. And you'll have a chance, if you haven't been up there, I will invite you over after a bit. And we took all the manatee that we're responsible for here at the park. Now we have 6 manatee at the park right now. They're in a rehabilitation state. 4 adults, 2 juveniles, and they're all females. And we took those 6 manatee last year, we had more last year, we put them inside that chain link enclosure during the winter, and they have a full run of the chain link and can go into the in-ground pool. Then what we did is we opened up the gates to the park so that the wild manatee could come all the way up to the headwaters of the spring. Now again, this is 72 or 73, so the manatee that you see swimming out here are wild manatees. They're not part of the park. And we let them in to warm up. Because what they do is, again, they need 66, 67 degrees. During that cold winter, the mouth of the river got down into the high 50s. That would kill them, okay? So by opening it up here, they could come up and stay at a nice Holiday Inn, Hampton Inn for the evening. We don't feed them though, no breakfast included. And then they could disperse downstream to eat during the day. And that was a good idea, because last year when we did that, we didn't lose any manatee as far as I know. And so we've already done that. So all the manatee that we're caring for at the park right now are inside the chain link enclosure, and after I get done with the program, we're going to walk down there and we'll show you, we'll feed them. And these are wild ones, because we let them in. We don't feed them, they're on their own. We're just providing a comfortable room to stay at. It wouldn't surprise me to come in here in the morning. Much like last year, we had some mornings that was down into the mid-20s air temperature, and come in here to work and find 60 or 70 wild manatees sitting right out here. And then they disperse downstream during the day to go and feed. Again, so those are wild. Okay, so back to manatees. They're mammals. Mammals mean what? Warm-blooded.
Live birth.
Huh?
Live birth.
Breastfeed, live birth, mom does all the work. Hair limited. Most of the hair's on the snout. Huh? Well, all animals have a kind of a backbone, or a lot of them do. The manatee, the big thing with a manatee though is it's a warm-blooded animal, live birth, nurse their young, and then all the attributes that you and I have. They can see, they can hear, they can communicate. Manatee typically 1,000 pounds, 1,200 pounds for a grown animal. It's a herbivore, which means it's a vegetarian. What they eat in the wild is the green stuff that grows out there, all the water grasses. Now, we're talking about the Florida subspecies of the West Indian manatee, because you have manatee in West Africa. We had a guy here this past year who did his master's thesis on West African manatee. That's what he was studying. And the same animal, but we just don't know much about the animals over there. So what we're dealing with are the ones that live in Florida. Okay. Manatee are also snowbirds. They're here in wintertime. They go north in the summertime. But they can only go as far north as it's warm enough, 67 degrees or thereabouts, and there's some food for them to eat. So generally that's going to be the Carolinas and Georgia on the East Coast. Generally it's going to be Mississippi, Texas on the West Coast. Occasionally you'll find one go up into the Chesapeake, but it's not very warm there. You won't find them off the coast of Maine. No food, no warm. You won't find them in California, even though it may be warm in the southern waters. You don't have anything to eat. What makes it so nice around here is this river, the Homosassa River, starts underneath our floating observatory. We're down about 35 feet. There's a spring hit, generates over 2 million gallons of water every hour. And between here and the Gulf, 8 miles, it drops about a foot. So it's just a nice, slow, meandering river, and a lot of opportunity for grasses to grow out there. I mean, there's grasses all over the place out there. So it's a perfect spot for manatee to exist. So wherever they are, adequate supply of food. Typical manatee, 1,000 pounds, eats about 100 pounds of food a day on average. So it takes quite a bit. Now at the park, since we have no vegetation left, they've eaten everything, we're going to feed them lettuce, cabbage, sometimes bok choy, sometimes napa during the course of the day. We give them romaine lettuce because romaine lettuce has value. Iceberg lettuce has no value. In fact, at 11:30, after we're done talking, when we walk down there, we'll give them 4 cases of romaine lettuce. So, 24 head a case. You know what it costs? You go to price and stuff at the supermarkets. It's an fairly expensive proposition to feed these animals. Manatee don't have any predators. Nothing bothers them. I heard somebody here talk about, what about an alligator? Well, alligators can't chew. Okay? They can only swallow whole. So you have a 500-pound alligator looking at a 1,000-pound manatee, and it says, exactly what am I supposed to do with it? Has a big alligator ever eaten a baby manatee, maybe, when the baby's only, 60 pounds? Yeah, sure. Is it a natural thing? No. So they don't have any predators. Manatee have to go out in the saltwater when they move north for the summer, so they're kind of in the stream, go out saltwater, go up a little bit, maybe go up to another freshwater area. So they're exposed to the saltwater, and there are sharks out there. But manatee food is only growing within, short distance of the land because it only grows in 3 or 4 feet of water. These grasses don't grow deep. They only grows in shallow water. So whatever shark would be interested in the manatee is going to have to come into shallow water. And that kind of limits what you got too. So basically, no predators. Biggest problem they got is us. Us in a speeding motorboat. Now, I don't see any of the ones right now here. If you probably saw it, well, you can see the one swimming down now. You can see some marks on her side. If a manatee is clear of marks, I guarantee it's probably less than 4 years old. Because it's going to have marks on it. Speeding boats. Because when you see them swim, they're below the surface of the water, so they're very hard to see. And this is crystal clear water compared to, maybe some waves, maybe some murkiness out there. So, kind of boat, slow down, take it easy, take a couple of minutes to get out to your fishing site. Now, manatee don't have any predators. That means manatee don't have any defensive mechanisms. They don't swim fast. That one was moving down at top speed. They're not aggressive. They're very gentle creatures. Here in Citrus County, you can go snorkeling with the manatees, and if you decide to do that, it's a great experience. The only thing that you could possibly have of an issue is if you're standing or you're in the water and the manatee comes up nose to you and sneezes on you. Blows breath on you. We're dealing with an animal maybe 30 years old, but eating, 1,000 pounds of food or a couple hundred pounds of food every couple of days and hasn't brushed its teeth. So, the breath can be a little on the dicey side. They have teeth. They do not have teeth in the front because, again, they're only eating grasses, so they have molars on the side. Here at the park, the only thing that we ever have will go astray, so to speak, if you would, is we feed them cabbage. You know where I'm going with this? And when we have to do any medical work with them and we're in the bottom of the pool, and it's a confined area, where the wind's not moving. Well, the wind was moving, but they were different kind of winds, right? Okay. Okay, so I've been gabbing long enough. Any questions?
When all the wild ones have, we can't get hand-me-downs from the stores because that stuff, we don't know what the status of it is.
We're thinking if we had a farmer.
The whole thing stinks.
Yeah, no. We use quite a bit. And we're going through about 10, 11 cases of lettuce a day, plus 4 or 5 bags of cabbage. We really go through a lot.
What about collards?
Huh?
What about collards? Collards are plentiful.
We tried that a couple of years ago. It appears to be too acidic.
Oh.
Now, one of the things I might mention to you is that, remember I said a typical manatee is about 1,000 pounds? Mm-hmm. Is that Rose over there? Yeah, Rose. The far one against the wall is 3,300.
Whoa!
Sorry.
3,300 pounds. That one.
Well, she's first in line in the cafeteria.
That's a big girl. Yeah.
Well, the no-see-ums are getting to me. I don't know how you guys are doing. Shorts on are not helping. I'm going to go put some spray on. Well, we have 6 in the park, so they may not all be in feeding right now.
So those are the injured ones, not a wild one.
I don't want to necessarily use the word injured. I want to say that they have an issue. The 2 little ones were frostbitten from 2 years ago. We're getting ready to release them. Rosie's been here forever.
Snowman.